So this is obviously today is the it would have happened by now, so people will know the winner.
Yeah.
It's the KSI fight.
Okay,
It's the Misfits boxing card.
Yeah.
And what's your opinions on the influence of boxing? And do you think it's devaluing regular boxing?
This is a mad question for me, man. Do you know what I mean? Do I? Put it this way, yeah? Like, you got to see it in my shoes. Someone who's been boxing since they were 11 years of age, and their dream is to box on the big stage, get a nice payday. Do you know what I mean? Try and provide for my future family, or try and give them a better life. Like, imagine like someone coming onto the scene and just being like, "There's your payday," and go. For me, it's like fucking hell. Like, that's a bit savage, but that is what happens in boxing. Like, it's a ruthless sport. And I'll take my hat off to anyone that gets in there and does it. So, like, as I said before, they have to generate the money. Promoters want the money. They want people who stand out. They want people who can sell pay-per-view. They want the views on the show. Like, that's how they're generating their money to pay their fighters. So I don't discard it. I just think, what are you paying for? Okay, what's the quality like? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's sort of like Colosseum shit.
Yeah.
People just want to see that guy fight
this guy and the macho king. Yeah.
Just want to see him batter him.
Yeah, I hear you. But what I don't agree with is like it's just like the major mismatch, like the major mismatches.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You know, like imagine you come up against like someone who's obviously better than you, and you get in there for 30 seconds and get spanked and get a payday. Like, I'll be honest, I'd do that. Do you know what I mean? But my goal is to become a champion. It's not for a payday. Like, I want a belt on my mantelpiece, and for my future kids and like my future like generations to come up and be like, yeah, man, like that fucking even if I make no money, it's like, yeah, that was my granddad, or that was my dad, he won this. Even if it's a Southern area belt, like, I still have that title there for them to look at and be like,
yeah, but like you with your old man, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean? Same things, man. So it's all about like inspiring, and because at the end of the day, they're never going to put on your grave like a millionaire, but they'll always remember you for what you've done. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Money
doesn't matter. Yeah,
doesn't matter your fame, your money. They remember you for something you've done.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Impactful.
So if they, in the terms of like, I know there's like a lot of TikTok people fighting each other and all that, but they're not going to put on your thing like, I don't know, XYZ TikToker.
Yeah,
Would you understand?
Yeah.
They could put on mine like
Southern area
Frankie
champion,
Storey,
world champion.
British champion. Like,
Yeah.
that's a big thing because they will put it on there, man. Do you
I
understand?
definitely understand
Yeah.
what you're saying.
A legacy
Is how they can view it. Yeah,
a legacy thing.
Yeah.
Like, obviously they're there for the payday. It's pretty obvious, but I'm here for a legacy. Do you understand? I want to be remembered because when you're gone, like it's all about the highlight reel as well. Like, everyone will always remember like Tyson, McGregor, like all the big names. Yeah, even like Chris Eubank. You will always remember these fighters because they've made a legacy. But if you're going in there getting punched out for 30 seconds for a payday, like, you ain't ever going to be remembered. That's how I view things in boxing. Like, since boxing's first started, you've always had like the legacy and the champions. So why has all of a sudden it's gone from?
That's probably what. Do
you understand? Like, it's gone. It's
the two, though, isn't it?
It's
From
it's
TikToks
downgrading,
to
like
fucking real boxing.
So,
It's gone from just whoever's got the most followers.
yeah, but that's like, from my point of view, it's like it's the standard of boxing that's making it be a bit like, like, what are you paying for, man?
Mayweather and that sort of started it, didn't they?
Yeah. With
They
all that,
sort of
man.
like,
Yeah,
and then it was McGregor.
But Mayweather and McGregor was
But
like,
it's a business thing,
that
man.
was,
Yeah.
at least that was two like combat sports athletes that are like well renowned, and one was a world champion and one's an undefeated boxer, just in two different sports.
Trickled down.
Now it's trickled down.
Do you understand? So, and then you got people like myself who's like, you know, I've done my apprenticeship as an amateur. Like, I spent 10 years as an amateur. Like, I box at a high level, and all I'm looking for is, like, let's be honest, yeah. I'm not going to be here and chat shit. Like, of course I want a good payday. Of course, like, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't I wouldn't still be doing it if I wasn't looking for a big payday. I feel like every fighter is looking to financially become stable in their sport, but also to live a life doing something that you love. Like, let's ask them, do they actually love boxing? Do they actually love boxing, or are they just going in there to do it? Do you understand?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You are doing it for the payday, but you're also doing it because this is something you love and you're determined.
Yeah.
You've got that drive. For them, they're just showing up for a payday. That is,
that's what I'm trying to say.
You're still working. Nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
So if something, like you said, something went wrong with you, you wouldn't be guaranteed that payday.
Exactly,
but you still put all that hard work and effort in to get to this place.
For real,
it's a different vibe.
Yeah. And the mentality is very different. But in the terms of business, 100%. I wouldn't ever like flick a finger, like 100%. If you've got the following and you can get on them big shows, then absolutely go and do it, because there's money to be made there. But from my point of view, it's like not to do with me. It's more of the whole boxing scene of some of them, even the top champions. They're probably not getting the same payday as some of them on a TikTok. So it's like they're probably fuming.
Yeah,
you know, it's not just about me. It's about how I'm seeing the other fighters as champions. Like, what's going on there, man? So,
yeah. No, that's good.
The way I look at it as well, the only people it benefits in the boxing scene is the higher, like the Tyson Furies and that, because when these TikTokers that don't like boxing, the only thing they're ever going to tune into is them big fights. They're going to pay for the pay-per-view maybe to watch them as well.
Yeah,
they're not going to look at like, I'm going to go watch somebody at York Hall, you know what I mean? So it don't trickle down.
Yeah.
Whereas I think what they should do in them sort of clauses, even in the big fights, is maybe they need a percentage of the purse to trickle down in the boxing system.
Yeah.
Not the Premier League, the clubs have a duty or obligation to give some money back into the community or back into the football league.
Of course.
To make sure it's sustainable.
Of course. This guy's got it, man. This guy's got it.
That was a good point.
Probably
that was a good point.
What you're talking about, 100%. What he's just said is 100%.
Putting more not amateur fighters, but pro fighters on cards.
Yeah,
mixing it up.
Yeah.
Let them have a little bit of like you said, just to make the box. Because if I'm honest, from what I'm looking at, is that they're just selfish. They're all about making money, but they could, in theory, bring the sport to a new light. They decided to invest, like you said, but
because from that was
good. That was a very good point.
Because I have to, I feel like this is probably the best time to be real on a podcast and let people know, like, from someone in my position at the moment, like, there's a lot of things going out and not major coming back in. So that's why I'm still having to work a 7 till 4 job. Like, the pays aren't mad unless you sell a decent amount of tickets. You get a title shot, you could get a purse, and that's where it starts getting good for you. But it's like how much do you really want it? That's the thing. You have to grind.
That's the grind. That's the key difference between the TikTokers and the professionals. Two different come ups.
And number one,
you're coming up from gritty. They've just they're in this bubble.
Exactly. Like you know me. Like,
and no offense to that.
Yeah, no offense.
Just
like even just the way how I've been brought up, from an Irish family. It's like never give in. Like you work for your food, man. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever you want, you got to hustle that out. And my granddad always said to me, like, good things will come to you, but you just got to keep on the path. My dad said, just keep on the path. And here I am still, like, at 24, trying to get it. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to get it, and it will come. So, it's all about the hustle and just trying to. Do you know what I mean?